Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you the best and worst Chanel bags that you can buy right now. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that Chanel is my absolute favorite brand. I love their handbags. That being said, I do not love all of their handbags. So if you're curious to see what my picks are, then please keep on watching. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the worst ones. Just for funsies, I feel like I'm always such a positive person when I do pros and cons, of handbags. I always do pros first. I want to think positive. But just for fun, let's do the worst because it is highly entertaining. Obviously, these are going to be bags that I do not have in my collection, so I will be including pictures either here or here. And let's get started with the first one. The first one is honestly the worst bag that you can buy that I have ever seen, I think, across all brands. It is so ugly. It is of such awful taste. It is called the Popcorn Minaudière. The price is available upon request. Even if it was $0, even if it was free, I wouldn't want it. It is incredibly ugly. I honestly could not believe that Chanel made this. Like when I saw this on their website, I was in shock. It is so ugly. Who in the world would want to walk around with a bag that looks like a bag full of popcorn? And worst of all, when you open it, like opening the handbag is like opening the bag of popcorn. So the top comes off, so the top part that has all the popcorn like opens up. It is so awful. Like it's so ugly. Like, with which outfit would you wear that? Even if you had the most beautiful dress on, even if you had the most beautiful, I don't know, jumpsuit on, never. So for our number 2 on this list, we have the Chanel small camera case, which retails for $5,500 plus tax. So obviously the price is not too expensive, but I mean, how is it even possible that this bag is from Chanel? It is so ugly. Once again, I cannot believe that they came up with something that ugly. I get it, it is vintage, it's the vintage vibes, the vintage trend now. That's very, very popular, but then at least bring back something that's like cute, aesthetic, beautiful, like the Chanel Mini Cali, for example. This is just like plain ugly. I mean, this reminds me of, when I was little, like in like 2000, my parents took me to the airport to travel to Spain, and there were so many people at the airport that had this like ugly ass camera case that was gigantic, that was carrying a gigantic camera for, pictures that they were never going to look at anymore afterwards. So I just don't get this. I don't understand when and where you would wear this bag either, because it is very, very obviously not like an occasion bag. It's not going to be something, classy or anything like that. But then at the same time, like for an everyday bag, it's so ugly. Once again, it really is ugly. And it's not practical because there's like a billion pockets. So the space in which you could actually fit stuff is pretty small when it comes to this bag. So I really don't get it. The price is not expensive for a Chanel bag, but for something this ugly, it really is too much. So I mean, once again, even if it was free, I would not get this bag. Next up on my list, we have the Chanel box bag, which retails for $7,000 even, plus tax obviously. I mean, here it really is a problem of the model. I think we're going like, in like descending order of ugliness. This isn't like awful, but I just don't understand it either. It really looks like a box, so what is the point? I don't get it. I really don't understand. I mean, it's not extravagant. I think, the popcorn was ridiculous. The camera case was way too much. Once again, this isn't extravagant in terms of the model, but I really feel like the dimensions are off, the proportions are off. It looks way too bulky, way too boxy. It really has like no research put into the bag whatsoever. You know, when you buy a bag that's $7,000, of course there is the reputation of the brand, of course there is the price of the material, the quality of the craftsmanship, etc, etc. But you know, the research that has been put into this bag should also be taken into account, like the amount of effort, the amount of thinking that people had to do in order to come up with this model. This is like a plain box, so I don't understand the justification of the price. It doesn't look good. I don't see myself carrying this type of bag, so for me this is a big flop. Next is a Chanel waist bag, and that retails for $4,700 plus tax. So I am quite confused as to why this is right now on Chanel's website, because this trend to me seems outdated. This straight up reminds me of the Louis Vuitton bum bag that was popular, like I would say 2 or 3 years ago, if my memory is correct. So I mean, are we 2 or 3 years ago? No. Louis Vuitton bum bag, very, very out of style, out of trend. So why is Chanel bringing a waist bag? To me, this is really, really bad. It really screams like new money. I see this very well with like the big Balenciaga sneakers, like a big Fendi tracksuit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, basically, you have money, but you want to show it in my face, and it is way too much. There is no care or effort that's put into, you know, your clothes. Do they match together? Like, do the colors match? All that. It's really not that style and that aesthetic, so I cannot deal with waist bags. That to me is a huge no also. Next, we have the Chanel small flat bag in shearling lambskin with gold tone hardware, and it's in color light pink. And this bag retails for $6,600 plus tax. So expensive-ish for Chanel. I think once again we're in the descending order. This is not like offensive to my face, but I don't get it. I mean, the model is beautiful because it's a flat bag. I mean, you know, I have like a lot of flat bags and I love them. We'll talk about that next. I think this is a good transition. But just the material for me is too much. I mean, I get it. It is soft and plush, but that is too much of it for the bag. I think, you know, I have seen other Chanel bags that only have like a little bit of that material, like just maybe it's only on the flat part. If it's just only in like one location, then that's fine. But that is way too much of this like shearling lambskin. It's like boom in your face. So it's a little too extra for me. It's not ugly. I can't say that it is ugly, but it is just not my style, and I think it's a little too extravagant for me. Let's say that. So I feel like this is a good transition point to move on to the best Chanel bags that I think you can buy. In my mind, this is not going to be a surprise. It is going to be the Chanel classic flaps in any size that you can think of. So I have for demonstration this one right here. This one is in size medium. It is in this gorgeous burgundy color. I am so glad that I bought this years ago, because obviously this is, you know, the it color for fall and winter 2024. It is in silver hardware and obviously features caviar leather. So this for me is the top of Chanel. For many different reasons. I feel like this bag is very functional, especially in size medium, because you can actually put stuff inside. It's not just a bag that's for display, it is also a bag that is functional and practical, so I love that about it. The resale value is incredible, obviously because it's a very highly sought after model. So, you know, those colors are all of them limited editions, so it is no longer possible to find this bag right now in this color in caviar. I know that they came up with one, a burgundy flat bag, but it is in lambskin, so you have to be willing to accept the lambskin, which I am not willing. So, you know, they obviously retain their value very well. You can sell them for a premium, which is awesome when you think about it. So I feel like you really cannot go wrong with these bags. They are very, very durable, so the wear and tear is minimal, especially if you get it in caviar leather. So like I do, I no longer buy bags in lambskin leather because I know that number one, I'll be afraid to wear them, and second, you know, will be concerned for the slightest little mark, the slightest little scratch, and they definitely are less durable. So for me, this is really, really an extremely good investment. And now let me show you two bags that have caught my eye, that are on my radar from this collection. The first one is a Chanel medium classic flap, simply because I cannot have too many of those. It is in tweed, and that is the thing that I wanted to say. It is in tweed. It's in this gorgeous red color, and it retails for $10,200 plus tax. So obviously extremely out of my price range, very, very expensive. But the reason why I am interested in this bag is twofold. Number one, like I said, it is a tweed bag. I don't have any tweed bags in my collection, so I would love to have one. I got to try on a Chanel replica that was in tweed, and I loved it. You know, I kept like wearing it around the house, like in my bag room and everything. My mom was like, okay, this is a little too much, so I don't take, you know, replicas outside at all. But I got to play around with it, and I was like, okay, this bag definitely is for me. This is perfect. I love the material. I feel like it's very casual, and it brings that like casual aspect to a bag that, you know, is very classic, very elegant. So I think for me, it is a good mix. It's also a great way to get to wear your Chanel bags more often. I still feel a little bit reluctant to take them out, you know, the ones that are in caviar leather, because I feel like they scream like occasion. And then, you know, I'd be trying too hard if I were to wear them out very, very frequently for, you know, random, let's say, little errands. So I feel like that is really great, and it's a red bag. I also don't have any red bags in my collection at the moment, so I also feel like this would be perfect. I have not seen this bag in person, so I am slightly concerned of the shade of red. That is something that I would have to check. What I don't want is red leaning towards orange. I don't like it at all, so I would need either true red or red leaning towards burgundy, or pink, you know, either one, but yeah, definitely not orange. So I'd have to see the bag in person, but this one has definitely caught my eye. And lastly, my last choice from Chanel is once again a Chanel classic flap. This time is in size mini, still in tweed with gold hardware, but this time it's in color light pink, and the price is $4,800 plus tax. So this is extremely dangerous, and I am a little upset that I got on Chanel's website and saw this bag, because it is literally screaming my name at the moment. I love this bag so much. I feel like it ticks all of my boxes. I'm like, perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect for so many reasons, and the price I think is what's most appealing. This is still in my price range, more or less. So I have told myself that this year I would not buy any handbags, and I want to hold that to be true. I want to continue. You know, we have like a couple of months left, so I really want to try and do this well. But then at the same time, I know that, you know, colors don't last at Chanel. So once the collection is over and once the season is over, then it will be onto something else, and that I may never be able to see this bag again. So I am really, really torn. I'm trying to be good, but it's getting really hard right now because this bag is perfect. You know, like I said, tweed fills a gap in my collection. I have light pink bags. That's actually the case. I do have one that I wear all the time that I love. But I mean, this one is so cute, like it's so adorable. I would wear it all the time, I feel like. Slightly concerned about the color transfer, which wasn't the case for the red one, simply because red seems a little bit less, you know, more carefree than pink. So that is maybe the drawback right here, but other than that, it seems like a terrific option, and I am scared of going to see it in the store because I know what will happen. I will want it, and I will keep thinking about it for like 2 weeks, and then it will torment me and I will finally give in. So this is why I'm still very much debating. But this bag really is gorgeous. So if you have the chance, and you know, if money is not a problem for you, then 100,000% go get this bag. It is stunning. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I was able to make you laugh with some of these horrible, ugly Chanel bags. I still cannot believe that those are Chanel bags. I mean, they were awful. And I also hope that I was able to give you good recommendations on, you know, the bags to buy right now that I think look appealing and will hold their value over time. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.